Hello guys, I'm back. Yeah, I might have been away for a little while, but I haven't disappeared. I am still here. You might have noticed that I did a video. What I wanted to do, as I have been putting off doing an update video, but mostly because I didn't want this channel to become an update channel. I wanted it to actually be about the stuff that I care about, and that, like the game stuff, basically. So I decided that I would wait until I'd actually got something proper and put it together and give it to you to have a look. So you might have noticed that I've done a video and put it up before you saw this one, or you might not have. But anyway, there's a new one up there. It's about EA, and it's been received relatively well at the moment, which I'm pleased about. So thank you very much for the support you guys have given in regards to that. And the other thing that I want to say is that I've still been getting good support, even despite my non-presence on YouTube. So I mean, thanks for that. A good indicator of that is that my subscribers, you guys are still coming, still subscribing to me. I'm not doing anything. So I appreciate that, to be honest. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate the messages, and that's another thing that I want to talk to you about. I'm really sorry to people who have messaged me either on Facebook or contacted me through the YouTube channel, and I haven't got back to you. It's not that I'm being horrible or that I don't feel like you deserve a reply. It's, to be honest, most of it is all down to my own, how much time I've got to spend on things. And only recently, in the last few weeks, I've been able to get time enough to put this video together. And my main goal was, before I did anything, make sure I put something on, because it becomes a bit of a procrastination cycle, a bit of a procrastination spiral. I get a lot of messages. In fact, I had to rejig the way that I get my emails sent to me to handle them all. I've got this folder just full of like subscriptions and things. Or I've got them split out into like subscriptions, comments, and reply comments. Because I get every comment that's ever left on any one of my videos. I get, and I can get a lot in a day. Which I used to read every single one, and I tried to keep up with that. But after sort of like I don't know, March this year, I couldn't keep up with reading the messages and replying to people. So what I decided that I would do is that if people ask me questions on like an update video, then I'll try and get back to them. Anyway, like I said, I am sorry, and other people as well that are not necessarily followers of my channel, who have been offering like business opportunities, or will like saying like, will you review my game? Well, I'm like an indie dev, will you like look at or like explore the chance of doing a beta test or something like that, which is really very cool. I know I've mentioned it in the past before, and I still get them, the odd one. Like it's probably about, I don't know, like 1 or 2 a month. I haven't gotten any this month though, so still time yet, guys. But it's quite really very cool, and I suppose that comes with, I'm assuming I've got a little bit of a presence with because of your support, basically, because there's over 15,000 of you. I don't know if I've mentioned that. It's over 15,000, which is really quite something and a half, to be honest. In fact, I did have a little secret goal in the back of my head not this time last year, but this time, well, Christmas last year. And I was thinking, maybe I wonder if I'll get to 15,000. And I'm there already, so I'm really happy about that. Thank you very much. The other thing that I wanted to say to you was, yeah, am I back? That's the question, isn't it? People keep asking me. Some people ask me if I'm dead. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not dead. I'm pretty sure they say it in a very light-hearted sort of way. It always. No, I'm not dead. But it's the time and its organisation. That's the thing. I'm busy with my clients, client work and stuff like that. That takes a lot of my time, and it is balancing it. And I think one thing that I'm trying to do is make sure that I'm using the time. So like I said, over the last few weeks, I've been using my time for YouTube stuff. Just you haven't seen any of that because I've been like writing scripts and then doing my audio. I got a new mic. Do you want to have a? Oops, sorry. Is this? Yeah, is that working? Yeah. So I got a new mic, which seems quite cool. I think the audio was much better than that. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. This one. I think you would expect to get better audio with that one. Hopefully it is. I personally think that is better, but I mean, I suppose you guys have got all different speakers than me, so your general opinion, I suppose, coming back to you would be an indicator as if you feel like the audio is better. It makes me feel better in a way that I feel that the audio is better. I don't know why, but it does. But I want to do more, and I've decided that I don't want to tie myself down to saying like I'm going to do something once a month. Or I'm going to do something on a frequent basis, but I do want to do something like regularly. To be honest, if I can get something once a month, I mean that would be a very good start. What I'm aiming to do is maybe, I know some of you missed the Let's Plays. I don't know if I'm going to have time for both, to be honest, with the way things are with what I'm doing and with my projects that I'm on with. They really are really sneaky with the time stealing. So I hope to be back. So I mean, I know I've said it so many times this year. Ever since like Christmas time last year, I just have been all over the place and I haven't done anything really very productive. But what I want to do is, so I've got various. This is the thing that I want to talk to you about. I've got various subjects that I like, or that bother me or bug me. I've made a new playlist on my channel. I think it's called Super Epic Rants. I couldn't think of a better name for it, to be honest. But basically, Super Epic Rants is just going to be where I put them videos where I like to have a little bit of a complaint about things, and they'll probably be long videos. And so there are some subjects. If you just give me a second, I'll just have a look at my computer here. Don't mind me. Hopefully, I'm not. What was it called? Sorry, I'm trying to find my to-do list thing that I've got. Really should probably just cut this out, but I'm lazy, so I'm most likely not. Here we go. So there are a few things in the list that I have actually... Oh, I can tick this one off now. Why EA treats you like a little bitch. Actually, there was another thing I wanted to say about that, and that's... I don't know if that came across as a bit aggressive. When I was writing it, I was really riled up by the whole EA thing, and I just wanted to just get it out. Get all the venting, all the niggly fury that was not quite fury, but just the like, EA screws you over, they don't care about you, I'm gonna complain on the internet. So I did. I'm okay, I'm much calmer, it's all out of my system, it's on the internet, it's flowing throughout the tubes that connect our computers together. But anyway, so I've done that one. I've got the one about casual gamers that I started to write. I don't really know where I'm going with it, to be honest. So what the point of that was... No. Let me do this in a bit more of a sort of marshalled order. The subjects that I wanted to cover. One was why Oblivion is the worst Elder Scrolls game. Some of you have been messaging me saying, when are you going to do that video? I'm really interested to know. I don't really feel passionate about it, to be honest, at the moment. So I think that if I did go doing that particular video, it would... I don't feel it. I don't feel it right now. So I don't think I would do a very good job because I'm just not feeling it. There is a subject that I wanted to discuss about a year ago, but I just didn't have the time. And that was, do video games make murderers, or do computer games make murderers? And it's often in response because there is a lot of violence in the world, and there are unfortunately a lot of people die as a result of that. And a lot of the time, media outlets will point to computer games and say, look, these things are violent and therefore people are dying because of it. I don't agree with that, to be honest, and it annoys me. And I think what it is more fear mongering amongst people. To be honest, I think it's a cynical manipulation to get views more than anything. I don't think they actually really believe it. Or if they do believe it, then they're severely ignorant of some of the many facts. And I'm getting into that, so I do feel that subject. And I think it probably is still something that is worth discussing even now. The other one is about casual gamers, like I was half talking about. And basically, what I want to discuss, because with my Elder Scrolls Dumbing Down video, I get a little bit of legitimate criticism about it. I almost sound like I hate casual gamers, and that's not it's not the case, because I tried to put the point across that I actually am a casual gamer myself. And basically, this video that I'm wanting to write is about how you can have how certain games are good at being casual. Certain games can be casual and or highly competitive or extremely involved. And like an example that I've got is chess. I've got a chess app on my mobile phone and I play chess with my friends and family. But I do that on a casual basis. I might do 1 or 2 moves a day. But if I sit down for a proper board game of chess, then then that's it. We're in. We're playing this game until it's done. I mean, sometimes it doesn't like that, but you get the idea. You can have the different variations, and different people can play both casual games that are meant for casual use and games that are a little bit more involved. And basically, I want to say, like, the gripe that I had with that I was pointing out in the Elder Scrolls Dumbing Down video was more that this game wasn't necessarily. I felt like it was being changed for something that it wasn't, to something. Well, basically, a more wider audience sort of appeal, so people can play it casually, so it's easier to play. But and with that, it takes things out. Anyway, I think a lot of you get the gist of what I was saying, but I wanted to make a clarification and actually expand upon casual gaming as a concept in itself, and its place within gaming as a whole, and the gaming world. I mean, I play Candy Crush Saga. Don't tell anyone. But I don't do that whole friend request thing. I don't link it up my Facebook. I hate that. I don't know how many requests a day you get on for Candy Crush Saga on Facebook, but I get loads. Stop it. Stop it right now. I don't want to give you an extra heart or whatever it is. The other one is about mods on computer games, and how the modding community is very useful. However, a lot of arguments have been that mods fix all the problems that companies screw up with. And what I really would like to point out is that it is very good that we've got mods for PC games, but however, we don't necessarily need... there's some things that mods fix and sort out that should be really taken up into the next iteration of a game. So with the Elder Scrolls, for example, there was things that were modded in the older versions that were taken, that the community took up upon themselves to implement, that really should have been there. I mean, I know there's a lot of things in game development, but I think when you look at a popular mod, I think you should be saying, why is this mod so popular? Maybe we should incorporate this as a vanilla feature, rather than something that people have to go out their way to produce and then insert into the program. But that's just it's not something I feel massively passionate about, but it is something that I've been thinking about. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, which I did actually sort of cover, not very, very much, but I did actually spend a little bit of time on that last video that I've just done about EA, which is Kickstarter projects, games, Kickstarter project games. There's a handful of them. There's actually a few that I didn't mention in the video, in the EA video, that's like Star Citizen, for example, and I think some of you have already mentioned Star Citizen already. Things like that. I want to do a video on that particular subject about almost democratizing the production of games. So so really the interaction is between the developer and us. It's between them and us, and that's the relationship. You don't need to go through a third party. You don't need the publisher to sort of scrutinize what you're doing. And I know that's the argument that oh, his name's got out of my head. The guy from In Exile, Brian Fargo. There we go. Is that right? Sorry, Brian, if I got your name wrong. Or I'm talking about the wrong person, but I think it's right, Brian Fargo. Yes. All right, I don't know. Been scatterbrained today. Anyway, he basically said that argument that he wants a relationship between him and us, and I really like that. And I think there's a good sort of ray of light in the whole thing for that. So that's another subject. So I've rattled off actually a few subjects. I won't give you the whole list because I want you to have some surprises. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. But anyway, so now you know I do actually have plans. Like I said before, months ago, it's not like I'm not doing anything. The other thing, that was it. YouTuber Spotlight. It hasn't stopped. I have contacted 3 people, and they are sort of waiting in the wings. And it's my fault. It is my fault. And I'm sorry to you guys if you're watching this and you're a bit ticked off that I haven't got back to you in a long time. I do want to continue it because the thing is, the thing that I really want to see, and I really I actually feel quite passionate about, is creating a proper gaming community. And I'm not saying that I am creating it or I will be the focus of it. It's more that for communities you need like voices to be heard and places for people to discuss things. And like the Elder Scrolls Dumbing Down video, I had lots of reply videos which you probably may or may not have seen, and I welcome that. The Jingles video, it was a contradiction basically what I was saying, and I really like that, and maybe I'll get contradictions for the last one that I've done, because there are some things that I'm pretty sure are more based on my own strong opinion that other people might be thoroughly opposed to. But if they can present arguments, present an argument that I can be comfortable with, not necessarily comfortable, if it makes me uncomfortable, just if I can see the rationale behind it, then this is what it's all about. The community, interaction, and the purpose of the YouTuber Spotlight is just to say, look guys, there's other people out there, and you should be looking at what these other people have got to say. There's can't remember their YouTube handles offhand, and I'm not going to say your real names because I'm not going to give out your real identities. I can only think of you by your real names. So yes, let's move on. Not what's the word? Doxing someone. That's the internet phrase, isn't it? I'm not dropping your docs. That would be very bad. Yeah. Anyway, so YouTuber Spotlight, I want to do that, and want to do. Actually, I want to get back to people as well, and that's more coming full circle. In fact, full circle. I want to get back to people because I do actually want to feel like I am part of the community, like I am in there, and like I'm not just some random faceless person, and I'm some guy in an ivory tower that speaks to you in a funny voice. That's where I want to be. That's what I want to see, and feel. I do enjoy it. That's the other thing. I really do enjoy being involved, listening to people's opinions. The other thing that I really like is that if you don't agree with something that I've said, or if I've said something that's wrong, tell me about it, because that's the other thing. My opinion is not law, but and I am very, very open to being criticised and challenged, etc. That's the whole point of the community, and so if you do have dissenting opinion, please present it, put it in the comments or send me a message. And the other thing that I would like to say is to the rest of us, if you are thoroughly behind what I've got to say, then I do appreciate that. But if you do see someone with a legitimate counter to the stuff that I've got, that I've said, and that maybe you agree with, and not that you agree with the counter, and that you agree with me and against the counter, don't give them hassle. Don't give them people hassle, because that is not an inclusive community. That's not how I want things to operate, at least around my channel. And to be honest, it would disappoint me if I saw that you were harassing people that had legitimate things. Yeah, obviously there's people that are just trolling and being a nuisance. You get them all the time. I see it all the time. I have had a good few messages said to me about how much of a sad loser virgin I am. It cuts deep. The other thing, I don't know if you've noticed, I haven't shaved in a bit. Scratchy. I need to have a shave, actually. I bought some Quattro razors. Wilkinson Sword, I think they are. They're really expensive though. But they're the best razors I have ever used, ever. And I can have, like, sometimes if I had a Bic, because I could use a Bic and it would do it, and this would be nightmare. I've also got an electric one, and this would be agony with the electric one. And to be honest, I'm not the most... you probably noticed that I'm always a little bit stubbly. I don't want to grow a full-on beard, because then I'll have to sort of commit to it, and I'll look like a barbarian. I don't know if I could do it with the colour of hair I've got. We'll see. Anyway, I'm losing track. We need to stay on track. Full circle, we should have stopped there. So anyway, yes. So now you know that I do have intentions, and I am trying. Hopefully I've given you some evidence that I am sincere about it. Sincerity, that's what it is. I've got sincerity about it. So, and I'm sorry that haven't been in touch, and I just haven't been involved as much as I would like to. Because to be honest, that's a really big thing for me. That not only have I not been doing something, I've been not been doing it, and being at the same time wanting to, if that makes sense. Anyway, I appreciate your support, and it's a bit of a thank you video. This is kind of what I've been up to. Although I didn't really go into detail of what I have been up to. It's like I said, it's nothing really too much different. I've been working on my projects with my clients and working on the robotics thing. There's a cool... I won't get it. I supported a Kickstarter project called Esprino, which is a JavaScript microprocessing... well, it's basically JavaScript for microprocessors. So you can write your commands in JavaScript, which I think is really cool, actually. And it really reduces the amount of coding that you need. Well, at least it seems apparent in the source code on the project. Seems well, it's really coming along at a pace. Actually, it's got on the Git. It's they're really ploughing ahead with that. I mean, I don't have the hardware to sort of integrate because I need an ARM chip, and I don't have any ARM chips. It'll be the first actually microcontroller that I've used that is an ARM chip, so it's quite a powerful one. You can store quite large amounts of code on it. Anyway, I said that I wouldn't do this, but I have. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate you sticking around, and I hope not to disappoint you. That's the other thing. And I want to put these things together, and I do want to continue. Ask me a question. Nothing stupid, obviously. If you are interested in what I'm doing, whatnot, with the channel, just ask a question. Put a question mark at the end of whatever you're saying, and I will make an effort to get back to you on this video. Okay. The other videos probably not, but we'll see. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, I forgot the thing, didn't I? All right. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.